Good morning everyone. Welcome to the RC channel services. Today we are going to discuss about a special subject, what it is. Rahu and Ketu in Vedic astrology. What is Rahu? What is Ketu? These are two important shadow planets in Vedic astrology. Okay, so what is Rahu and what is Ketu? Let me tell you scientifically. Okay, so we all knows about sun got an orbit and moon got orbit. Okay, so all the planets got their own orbit. Okay, just imagine the sun got this orbit here and moon is inside of the sun, got another orbit like that. Okay, so two orbits, the sun and the moon orbits are moving, clash at a certain point on the top and the bottom. Okay, the intersecting point of the sun and moon orbit, that is Rahu and Ketu. That is what it is scientifically we call the upside one is the north node and the downside one is the south node. Okay, so upside one is the north node, that is Rahu, and south node the downside one, which is Ketu. So symbolically in Vedic astrology we think it's symbolically we said like Rahu, the north node, is symbolically as the snake head, only the head of the snake, no body. Okay, so Ketu represents the rest of the body, there is no head. Okay, so I think you understand very well. That's a symbolism because of the behavior. Okay, because of the characteristics of the shadow planets. Okay, it's very important position in Vedic astrology, predominant position in Vedic astrology. Why? Because Rahu, the north node, always telling us about your past life and calculates what you are doing in the current period. According to that, Ketu about your future and the present life. Ketu is giving you the result, the south node. Okay, so what is the significance, the characters of these shadow planets, the north node and the south node? These are very important, and the Rahu and Ketu, or north node or south node, is very related to the karma of your past life or your hereditary and the current life. So need to understand, this is very important. In normal Vedic astrological chart, the zodiac chart is starting from Aries and finishing to Pisces as a 12 signs. So wherever Rahu and Ketu is sitting in your chart will take over by Rahu and Ketu. Even though sun is there, wherever, whichever, whatever the planets sitting in a particular house with Rahu or Ketu, doesn't matter, they will acquire and give the result according to the Rahu and Ketu who is sitting with that. If there is no planet sitting in your house and the Rahu and Ketu is sitting there, that particular house lordship, for example, Aries, the lord of Aries is Mars. So when Mars is the lord of the Aries, when the Rahu or Ketu, like north node or south node, which is sitting over there, will take the character of the Mars, and Rahu will project extremely that possessiveness, or Rahu want acquire more energy of Mars. Okay, extreme energy of Mars. Whatever the characteristics of the first house plus the lordship of the first house, like the Mars, the lordship of the Mars, will take over by Rahu and project in his own way. Okay. If it is Ketu sitting as a single and in any house, like for example, uh, Ketu is sitting in your fourth house, for example. Okay. What Ketu is doing, wherever Ketu is sitting, Ketu, the south node, will make us detach from that house. Okay. Ketu make us detach from that house where Ketu is sitting. The south node is sitting. Okay. For example, your Ketu is sitting in the fourth house of Cancer. For example, if you are an Aries sign and your Ketu is sitting in the Cancer, that means you are the fourth house, the Cancer, and Ketu is sitting there. So, what is the result? Normally comes 2-3 ways it will comes. You will detach from buying stuff like the big properties, big vehicles, and that sort of things. Okay, and maybe you detach from your homeland. Sometimes you need to migrate to somewhere else or something like that. Okay, you may detach if the planetary period is proper. You may detach on a particular planetary period of Ketu. You will detach from your mother, because fourth bhava also shows, like fourth house shows your mother. And another thing is, moon is the lord of fourth house. So moon energy is making detachment or making confused by south node Ketu energy. So what that means is, it makes confusions more than clarity, because it makes detached and unclarified things, because Ketu doesn't have the head, the character wise. Okay, that means the shadow planet Ketu, like a south node, can't see what is going on. Okay, he just looking your karma and giving that detachment of that particular period or particular house as well. Okay, and Ketu signifies spirituality, and especially people in actually people who have Ketu in the 12th house will sometimes feel more interested in spirituality. Okay, if Ketu or Rahu is in the 9th house, they are not believe in religious beliefs or any that sort of things. Okay, they got everybody else in the world are same, even though they don't have any belief. And maybe if you got Ketu in the 9th house, especially maybe detached from the father's place and father as well. Okay, so that is really the Ketu. Ketu got a lot of significance. Ketu is giving spirituality. Ketu is giving wisdom. With Jupiter, it's a good combination. With Sun also gives some sort of wisdom. But wherever Ketu is sitting, that planet efficiency is taken by Ketu and detached from that particular things from our life. That's the thing. But whereas Rahu is sitting in a particular house, Rahu will grab everything. Rahu will attack everything and get everything and need to satisfy his own. Okay, for example, you are an Aries ascendant and you got Rahu in your 5th house, for example. Okay, here there is a lot of problems. At the same time, if Rahu is in the 5th house, that means you got some sort of problems from the past life will haunt you in the present life. And if it is a good past life and karma, you will receive a lot of benefits when Rahu is sitting there. especially with the Leo ascendant. It will grab all of the benefits of the particular house and project extremely to the outside. For example, if Rahu is sitting for an Aries ascendant, Rahu is sitting in the 5th house like Leo, what will happen? It is simple. What is the 5th house? About leadership, about politicals, about creativity, about ancestors' blessings, and about children. Okay, so Rahu, what Rahu want? Rahu grab everything. Rahu want extreme of all about this. Rahu want a high power position. Okay, Rahu never ever satisfy where he is sitting. If somebody got Rahu sitting in the 7th house, they never going to satisfy with their partners. Wherever, how many partners they got, they will not going to satisfy. At the same way, Rahu sitting in with Venus, another thing, they never going to satisfy the Venus result, because they want more and more, and it will not give them satisfaction, because you know the symbolicity, because it's only the head of a snake, there is no body. So whatever they are grabbing inside, they just eating, just getting that. There is no digestion, nothing to fulfill. Okay, it's just taking and taking and taking. There is no satisfaction. If Rahu is sitting with moon, it's give extreme energy to the moon, and give some sort of illusions and dreams, and they got a psychic power as well. Is Rahu sitting with the sun, it will grab the sun energy completely and solve himself, and he will show the complete energy of Rahu energy outside, not the sun energy. Okay, if sun is strong, especially in Leo, if Rahu is sitting in Leo, here sun is also with Rahu, that means it's okay, because sun is the lordship over there. It will project the sun energy through Rahu. Okay, the north node. Okay, if Rahu and Ketu sitting in a different house, like with Mercury, and with Mercury, it's okay. It will improve the quality of the logic thinking, intellectual thinking, ideology thinking, that sort of things it will improve. If Rahu is sitting with Sun, will give bad results sometimes. If Rahu is sitting with Jupiter, sometimes gives bad effects, and sitting with Venus, yes, of course, bad. That means they will not going to enjoy completely, and they will enjoy, but the problem is there is no satisfaction. So wherever Rahu is sitting, that particular house and that particular planet, you never ever going to satisfy. Okay, that's the problem. So if you know that in your chart, where is Saturn, where is this Rahu, and where is this Ketu, and this planetary position, you can understand about yourself. How? This is my house and this is the area I'm not satisfied. So I will try my best to make her satisfied without any arguments, something like that. If my Ketu is sitting like this, okay, I understand. So I am detached from that. So I am little bit take effort to make a little bit more, to make neutral way in life. So that's the thing is going with that. But these two energies of Rahu and Ketu, the south node and north node, is inevitable in people's life, especially karma. Okay, so whatever the karma we are doing, we will get the result according to the Ketu's position. Okay, that's why all people are telling you do it good things. Okay, good dharma, good karma, and once we do that, we are passing that to the next generation as their karma. Okay, and whatever they are doing their life, that's a different thing, but what we are passing will also give good results. So that's the thing. So good karma creates good karma. So the karma means, yes, there is good karma as well, bad karma as well. So wherever this Rahu is sitting and Ketu is sitting, whatever the karma you did or you have, that according to that you are getting the result. Okay, so it's a very important planet. So there is no particular house for Rahu and Ketu, the south node and north node in astrological chart, because wherever they are going and sitting, they are overtaking that particular house lordship. Okay, so if Rahu and Ketu aspected or conjunction by the Jupiter will get, not the conjunction, aspected by Jupiter will reduce the benefits. So there are a lot of things to understand about Ketu and Rahu. It's not going to finish with this class, but I have to tell you a little bit more further because they are very good to understand about your karma. Okay, if you are more focused about spirituality, focus on Ketu. If you are more materialistic, focus on Rahu. But even though Rahu also will teach us lessons, because of Rahu understand and project you and give you everything. In Rahu's planetary period, he will give you according to your planetary position. If it is good, Rahu will project and give you a lot of benefits. But at the same time, if you done that benefit in a wrong way, take the energies in a wrong way, Rahu will take over all the things the end of the Dasha period or planetary period. Okay, so what about Ketu? Ketu's period, mostly people are detached from what the house Ketu is sitting and aspected. Normally, people think about more spiritually, or maybe they are getting people from past life in their life. They will meet that sort of people in their life, and once the Ketu Dasha finished, they will disappear from their life. That's the thing. Okay, so according to that, Rahu is the provider, Ketu is the taker. Rahu is the provider, Ketu is the taker. So if Rahu and Ketu sitting in the 3rd house, 6th house and the 12th house, 11th house and 12th house, it's okay. Okay, it's okay, good. 3rd house, again it will get some sort of trouble in our death time, but still, when and from siblings, especially when Rahu sitting especially in the 3rd house, the people are more getting, they don't know, they get a lot of problems from siblings, indirectly, not specifically doing, they will give some comments to something, and these people they will take as a serious thing and project in their life in a different way. So that's the thing. So siblings makes big issues when Rahu sitting in the 3rd house. Okay, so when it is Ketu, they are detached from siblings as well. This is the way we have to analyze when Rahu and Ketu sitting in each house. And what else about Rahu and Ketu is 180 degree apart. But even though they are opposite side, they are aspecting each other. That's the main thing. Okay, that is the wonderful things. For example, the sun is going and the moon is going, the intersecting point, like that, what I said before, the intersecting point is equal degrees. So if your Rahu is in 14 degree, your Ketu will be in 14 degree, but it is opposite side of the coin and opposite direction, 180 degree apart, 180 degree apart each other. But the Rahu is sitting in the 7th house of the Ketu, and Ketu is sitting in the 7th house of the Rahu. That means they are aspecting each other. So you need to understand these things. So Rahu, Ketu doesn't have any particular days. So wherever and which house and which planets are conjuncting with them, Rahu and Ketu, according to that we have to do the solutions. So in Rahu and Ketu's case, mostly nothing is going to work with the solutions as well, because it's about your karma. We have to destine the things, we have to do it. Okay, so what we have to do with, we need to behave properly in our life and do our karma properly. Then Rahu and Ketu, the south node and the north node, will give good result. Okay, so I think everybody understand this section. I know it is a little bit hard and confusing, but just imagine the sun and the moon orbit and the intersecting points. That intersecting points are Rahu and Ketu. Again, I'm telling, and wherever they are sitting, they are taking over that house. That's another point. Rahu is grabbing the things, expanding the things, exaggerating the things. Ketu is detaching the things. Okay. Ketu is spirituality. Rahu is completely materialistic. Okay. So these are the main basic things for Rahu and Ketu. And Rahu is your past karma. Ketu is the result of your past karma and present karma. So I think you understand, guys. I will come with another episode of astrology. Now, everybody going to get a good weekend ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you.